Will Roman Reigns continue to be the undisputed Universal Champion after WrestleMania 40? Why doesn't WWE mention Bob Backlund's world title reign record, and only chooses to mention Hulk Hogan's and Bruno Sammartino's title reigns? Will Cody Rhodes win at WrestleMania 40? If Cody wins the title from Roman Reigns, will Cody Rhodes have a lighter schedule of appearances like Roman does right now? If Roman Reigns continues as a champion after WrestleMania, will it hurt the business? What's the difference if you're considered a worker or an attraction in pro wrestling? If Roman Reigns continues as champion after WrestleMania, will the fans actually stop watching WWE? Will part-time and full-time contracts continue in WWE after WrestleMania? Who is the top attraction in WWE as of 2023? Get ready for Episode 3, Champion Recognition and the Future.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Welcome to and new. Oh yeah!
It's going to be the biggest battleground in the history of our sport.
As God is my witness, he is broken in half.
But I'm better than you,
And you know it. You want some? Come get some.
Acknowledge me.
The irresistible force meeting the immovable object.
Welcome, wrestling fans, to the third episode of the Wrestling Universe Channel podcast, where pro wrestling fans discuss what we love, pro wrestling. So if it's your first time listening in, we, the Wrestling Universe Channel, would like to thank you for taking the time to listen. And if you have returned, we want to especially thank you for sticking around for more episodes by the Wrestling Universe Channel. We want to invite all of you to follow us on Spotify and YouTube.
Yada, yada, yada.
Alright, let's begin.
What do you guys want to talk about?
It's WrestleMania season and the discussion about Roman Reigns and his potential continuation as the undisputed Universal Champion after WrestleMania 40. But with this subject, there is so much additional information to unpack. The Wrestling Universe Channel couldn't help but question why WWE continually neglects to mention Bob Backlund's record-breaking reign as champion while only paying homage to Hulk Hogan and Bruno Sammartino. It seems to be a sore point amongst the fans as well. Why does WWE act like Backlund's title reign didn't happen? One wrestling fan actually mentioned that in a heated tweet. They were just as important. Is there heat between Bob Backlund and the WWE? What gives?
What's up with that?
The American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, many pro wrestling fans seem to be divided on whether he would emerge victorious at WrestleMania 40. Some believed that his recent success in AEW and his strong connection with the fans made him a formidable opponent for Roman Reigns. Others pointed out that WWE had a tendency to keep their top titles on the tribal chief, making it unlikely for Cody to dethrone Roman Reigns. I don't know about you, but maybe Cody needs a sledgehammer and do what he did back at Double or Nothing. And with the result of last year's WrestleMania having Solo interfere to protect Cody to lead into WrestleMania 40, don't be surprised for WWE to add in one more hurdle to the Cody storyline. Watch Cody not win the Royal Rumble. I'm making the prediction right now. I wouldn't be shocked if it's CM Punk.
You didn't say that. Tell me you did not just say that.
That's right. Not Cody, but CM Punk. And if this does happen, watch CM Punk challenge Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, leaving Cody Rhodes to be competing at the Elimination Chamber so he can then win and challenge Roman Reigns. But we believe one thing is certain. If Cody did manage to dethrone Roman Reigns, it would certainly shake up the landscape in WWE.
Very interesting.
The question of how much time a champion should spend on television and whether Cody's schedule would be affected if he were to become champion. Many of us wrestling fans generally agree that Roman Reigns' reduced schedule allowed him to focus on his personal life and other projects, while still maintaining his status as champion. But that just doesn't justify that Roman Reigns is a defending world champion. Of course, we the wrestling fans know that's why they created a working world title for an actual worker.
Bye-bye, bitch.
Historically, WWE had often given its top titles to part-timers or attraction wrestlers who could draw ratings and sell merchandise, but they didn't necessarily have the time or desire to work a full-time schedule. This seemed to be the case with Roman Reigns, who was also involved in other media ventures and has a young family. But look at the previous wrestlers like Stone Cold Steve Austin and John Cena, who were also at television, house shows, and pay-per-views. Now in the 80s, Hulk Hogan did have a part-time schedule compared to Steve Austin and John Cena, but nothing compared to Roman Reigns. In fact, besides Hogan holding the world title currently longer than Roman Reigns, Hogan has defended the world title on more occasions. However, some fans argue that this approach could be detrimental to the business in the long run. They believe that by consistently shuffling the title between part-timers and full-timers, WWE was sending mixed messages to its fans about the importance of hard work and dedication. This could lead to a situation where the fans no longer respected the title or the wrestlers who held it. It could also lead to a situation where full-time wrestlers who were busting their asses on the road and in the ring felt undervalued and unappreciated. This has been an issue for years and years, and it's only gotten worse. Okay, let's take a quick time out. Before we continue, let's hear from our sponsors.
We all grew up with wrestling action figures, spending hours upon hours coming up with creative matches to see our favorite wrestlers go head to head. Well, action figures are bigger now than ever before, and we have a channel that you should check out. Rowdy Rider Reviews has some of the most entertaining reviews of WWE and AEW action figures, toys, and more. Join Ryder, with the assistance of his father, give their personal reviews on the newest action figures, toys, and much more. You can check them out on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter to be notified and informed from the views and opinions of these wrestling toys from this youngster that will truly keep you entertained. Go check out Rowdy Rider Reviews now and enjoy.
Make sure you take this next exit to visit this YouTube channel that reviews the newest women's wrestling figures in a creative way. Lumberjillville is the only YouTube channel that is everything women's wrestling and is hosted by the honorable and hilarious Mayor Aaron. So make sure to check in to Lumberjillville right now, only on YouTube, and remember, women's wrestling lives here.
Thank you so much for our sponsors, Rowdy Rider Reviews and Lumberjillville, two YouTube channels that are tremendous. And if you haven't gotten a chance to check either channel out, make sure you do so. Link provided below. But let's continue on with our discussion. If Roman Reigns continues his reign as champion, would this hurt WWE? Would this cause them to miss the boat? Some believe that. While it might not be ideal, it was necessary to give Reigns his due as one of the best wrestlers in the company.
The whole world will acknowledge me.
But others argue that, after a certain point, fans would become disinterested in seeing the same person hold the title time and time again. Fans have pointed to the example of John Cena, who was once seen as a dominant force but whose popularity began to wane as he held the title for longer and longer periods. Fans wonder if Cody Rhodes will be granted the same luxury if he were to win the title at WrestleMania 40.
Gimme, I need, gimme, please. All right.
Rhodes has proven himself to be a dedicated worker who was always willing to put in the time and effort required to put on a good show. So if he were to become champion, it was highly unlikely that his schedule would be reduced to the same extent as Roman Reigns.
Nuts. Nuts.
On the other hand, some argued that it was important for WWE to have a face of the company, someone who embodied the spirit of the industry and served as a role model for aspiring wrestlers. Reigns, as the reigning champion, filled that role to a certain extent. They believed that. By giving him the title and allowing him to hold it for an extended period, WWE was sending a message to its fans about the importance of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. It was also argued that Roman Reigns' charisma and ability to connect with the audience made him a natural fit for the role. As for Bob Backlund, it seemed that his omission from WWE's record books was more of an oversight than a deliberate attack.
Yeah, and monkeys might fly out of my butt.
While some fans still feel that Bob Backlund's accomplishments were being overlooked, others pointed out that Bob Backlund had been largely forgotten by the mainstream wrestling audience. Many fans agreed that it was important for WWE to acknowledge all of the champions who had come before, including Bob Backlund. So do us all a favor. No, better yet, do something for Mr. Bob Backlund. Include him, because he was a draw. He was the face, and he contributed to your success. Hashtag acknowledge Backlund. The debate over part-time and full-time contrasts in WWE rages on, with some arguing that it is necessary for the company to utilize high-profile talent like Brock Lesnar and John Cena to draw attention and boost ratings. Others believe that this practice can be detrimental to the long-term health of the business, as it sends mixed messages about the importance of hard work and dedication. It consistently gives the talent the feeling that they are being lowered on the ladder of opportunities. So basically it comes down to this answer. It's a business. So we honestly know the direction WWE will approach.
Oh, there's a big surprise! That's an incredible... I think I'm gonna have a heart attack and die from that surprise!
And lastly, who is the top attraction in WWE as of 2023? The Wrestling Universe channel discussed this question and considered who they believe was currently the top attraction in WWE. While some argued that it was still Roman Reigns due to his dominance as champion and his ability to draw crowds, others pointed to the established popularity of the wrestlers like Seth Rollins, Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley, Drew McIntyre, The Judgment Day, and the returning CM Punk. But this wrestling fan believes, without a shadow of a doubt, the top attraction in WWE as of 2023 has been no one else but the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Prove me wrong, kids. Prove me wrong.
And with that, let's go home.
Going home.
Going home. Going.
Go home.
Going home.
With that being said, what do you predict the WWE does from now until WrestleMania 40? Do they acknowledge all longest reigning world champions? Can they still survive with Roman Reigns being the king of the mountain? Or do they feel Cody is ready to be the face of the company? The future of WWE is always an intriguing subject, and the Wrestling Universe channel turned to what the company might do between now and WrestleMania 40. Some of us believe that it was important for WWE to recognize all of its champions, including those who held the title for extended periods. Some argued that this would not only pay homage to the hard work and dedication of those wrestlers, but also help to build the legacy of the company as a whole. others felt that it was necessary for WWE to continue to push Roman Reigns as their champion. Some did. Citing his incredible in-ring skills and charisma, many felt that Roman Reigns will not reach Hogan's title reign and that Cody Rhodes will complete his story and become the new undisputed Universal Champion at WrestleMania 40. All I can say, it's WrestleMania season. As we approach 2024, we know that anything can happen in pro wrestling. That's what makes it exciting. So personally, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy being a pro wrestling fan. Thank you all for taking the time to be a part of our episode here on the Wrestling Universe channel. Please let us know how we did, or if you have anything you would like to contribute to this episode. We'd love to hear your feedback. And you know the drill. Follow us on our social platforms. And we look forward to the next episode. But until then, so long, wrestling fans.